it's Kayla. The making of Don't Forget to Wake Me is finally here. I know it's been a long time coming for the video to come out, but I've been editing it. It's a long process. It's a lot longer than I originally thought it would be, and that's because there was so many steps making this song. I mean, it's just lyrics that have came to life from a sheet of paper to I put them into an actual song. And so I wanted to break down each stepping stone for how I created that. So I'm really excited for you to come along this journey with me so you can see exactly how I was able to make it from just deciding on how I want it to sound to how it actually came about. So I'm just going to take you on the steps of how everything turned out. So I hope you stick along, and we have a surprise at the end if you stay that long too. So you're finally going to be able to see the breakdown from start to finish of how I made these lyrics on a sheet of paper that I wrote come to life in a demo. I'm going to show you the breakdown of how I did that all on my own, and I hope you enjoy it. So the first clip that you're going to be seeing is me coming up with how I want to sing the song. I'm basically reading the lyrics off of the sheet of paper that I wrote them on and trying to come up with a rhythm and melody for them because I wasn't sure on how I was going to sing the song. I had an idea for the main hook of the song when I started like Risk It All For You. Like I had this idea to have like a pause in between. So that has never changed for all of them. But I was definitely experimenting more with my voice for the verses. And you can tell like I'm reading original lyrics as well because the end game for the very final production of the song, you know, I had to make the lyrics align and flow well with that rhythm. So that's why there's like a lot of cuts and changes. However, I tried to stick to the originals as much as possible. And so I really feel like I did do that pretty well, given the fact it's a demo and people change lyrics to demos all the time whenever they actually get into the final production of their song. But that's okay. This is me experimenting with my voice a lot, trying to figure out what flows. So it is kind of repetitive. You can tell I'm having trouble reading some of my writing again. You're gonna see the improvement. That's the whole point of this video, is to educate you on where I started to how I ended up. I really wanted this to be a little bit of an educational video for anyone who is just starting out and making their own music, like how I was with myself. I'm gonna show you a breakdown of how I'm making my songs through BandLab and Spire, the two apps that I've been using to make all of my demos. So if you are interested in learning on how to create your music, I'm not gonna gatekeep it on how I've been making my own music. I'm gonna definitely show you how to, because I've had some people reach out and they're curious as to how to get started. And that was me in a 3-year boat for the longest time, stuck because I had no idea how to make my music or make my lyrics come to life. And so this is a great starting point, and I really hope that someone, for the longest time I had no idea what I was going to do with my songwriting or how I was going to actually create my music, because I obviously like didn't have the tools, I didn't have the connection, I definitely did not have the funds to hire my own professional producer. I know there's producers out there that are just starting out and they're like, we'll charge you like only $200-$300. I'm just like still not even at that point, because I want to be able to work with someone that I know gets my vision. And so I feel like right now the best way that I can create a vision for myself and for my music is to make it on my own first as demos, and then hopefully someone can see the concept and ideas of how I want my sound to be for my lyrics. So I think that this is a really great starting point for all songwriters. So yeah, I hope you enjoy the video. I hope that it can teach you something as far as putting your lyrics to life like I've done with mine. If you have any questions, definitely reach out to me. I will respond. I know I'm like not a professional producing teacher, but if you are literally in the same boat as I am trying to figure this all out on your own, this was my best friend's stepping tool on how to create my demos. So hopefully this can help someone that's trying to start out and get their music out there as well. Okay, I don't know why I never put this together with my song. I don't know if you picked this up before I did, but I'm like currently building my like mood board aesthetics on my Pinterest for each of my songs. I was trying to review like the words, like the lyrics to each of my songs, and like I'm looking at like ghost pictures of track 2, And like for some reason, the line, "You're so possessive of me," and then I was like, I've already like pictured this like character in my head like during the song, like of it being a ghost, because I say all they see is me running with ghost. And it's like, "You're so possessive." Like I always thought that that was like such a like bold move for me to put in a song anyways. And then I was like, wait, I'm talking about a ghost. If I'm talking about a ghost, what do ghosts do? Ghosts can possess people. Dude, God, why did I think of that? Like, oh my God, this is the reason why I put possessive. You're so possessive because you're a ghost. You're gonna possess me. Okay. Like, I'm feeling like Zendaya and Euphoria right now. Like, Mom, I'm a fucking genius. I'm a fucking genius. Been sleeping more again lately. My dreams are better than reality. I'm afraid of disappearing and no one I notice. Before I ever get the chance to matter, for them to care hard, for them to care hard. Gone, 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 gone. Been sleeping more again lately. 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 My dreams are better than my reality. My dreams are better than my reality. I'm afraid of disappearing and no one will notice before I even get the chance to matter, for them to care if I'm gone, 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 gone. Risk it all for you. I may not be allowed to lose. Overthinking I'm a burden. Stop tolerating my emotions. Hey, you see my way. You're so possessive of me, babe. Risk it all for you. I may not be allowed to lose. Overthinking I'm a burden. Stop tolerating my emotions. You see my worth. You're so possessive of me, baby. I'm just your dream girl. So don't forget to wake me up, 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 up. You see me the most. All they see me is keep running and ghost. All they see is me keep running with ghost. You see me the most. All they see is me keep running with ghost. All they see is me keep running with ghost. All they see is me keep running. All they see is me keep running with ghost. You see me the most, most. All they see is me keep running with ghost. Might be what the reason my transparent speech is all about. Son of the candle looks after the flame burns out. Risk it all for you. I may not be allowed to lose. Overthinking I'm a burden. Stop tolerating my emotions. You see my worth. You're so possessive of me, baby. I'm just your dream girl, so don't forget to wake me. Risk it all for you. I may not be a lot to lose. Overthinking I'm a burden. Stop tolerating my emotions. You see my worth, you're so possessive of me, baby. I'm just your dream girl, so don't forget to wake me up. Oh, darling, one more drink in my cup. Can I keep you? Darling, one more drink in my cup. Can I keep you? In my dreams it's just us two. In my dreams it's just only us two. Darling, one more drink in my cup. Can I keep you? Darling, oh my goodness. Darling, one more drink in my cup. Can I keep you? In my dreams it's only us two. In my dreams it's only us two. In my dreams it's only us two. Your love is timeless, like a 60s moonshine infatuation. Life can be a night terror, but you're the sun, but your sun on me is my temptation. Darling, one more drink in my cup. Darling, one more drink in my cup. Can I keep you? In my dreams it's just only us two. Your love is timeless, like a 60s moonshine infatuation. Life can be a night terror, but your sun on me is temptation. Over here daydreaming all the lonely nights away. You're a dream, so don't forget to wake me up. Oh, 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 oh. Don't forget to wake me up. Don't forget to wake. This next clip is going to be me singing into Spire, the app. Basically, I'm still experimenting with my voice. However, I've also decided to just move forward with creating my own sounds and instruments, which literally came from me hitting my books. Because I don't have any instruments at the time. I broke my guitar, so I had to go sell it. What you hear is probably me like hitting a book. So that's how, yeah, I've gone from singing on my phone to singing and hitting books, trying to come up with a beat. So we're getting somewhere. Risk it all for you. May not be a lot to lose. Overthinking I'm a burden. Stop tolerating my emotions. You see my love, you're so possessive of me, baby. I'm just your dream girl, so don't forget to wake me up. Oh, 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 oh. Risk it all for you. I may not be a lot to lose. Overthinking I'm a burden. Stop tolerating my emotions. You see my love, you're so possessive of me, baby. I'm just your dream girl, so don't forget to wake me up. Oh, 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 oh. Okay guys, so I'm going to show you my very first, what I thought was going to be my original recording for Don't Forget to Wake Me. I'm just gonna kind of break down what each stem is before I play the song. So I had on the first stem in the purple, it was just this frequency that I was playing literally off of my TV, where I recorded a frequency of like the song length, which as you can see, it's 3 minutes and 54 seconds because it's longer, because I wasn't sure where I was going with the song. The second stem, the blue, it's a bunch of random things. It's different sounds, just different bells and rings. Like, oh my god, now that I think about it, this is so silly. But I used a ringtone from my sister's old iPhone 10. I was like, go to your ringtones. We're just going to use a bunch of ringtones. And I picked the most like pop sounding, synth sounding, like, I don't know if anyone has heard, but like Owl City, like their music is just ringtones. And I was like, I'm just gonna like come up with a melody with using ringtones because it just sounded so cool. So that's pretty much what all 2 is. It's just a bunch of random sounds. And then stem 3, I think, is vocals. 4 is vocals. 5 is like background vocals. And then 6 in the green, that is a guitar that you hear. Actually, I think 7 and 8 is like also ringtones. I'm not sure what those are. But one of these stems, 3, 4, or 5, one of them is definitely piano. I called my friend who plays piano. I had him record a piano. I described what I wanted it to sound like, and he sent it back to me. And then I started recording over that. So you can barely hear it, but this is literally pretty much what I thought was going to actually be my demo. This is the most early stage of, before I got a backing track, this is what I thought it was going to become as a demo. And so I'm going to play that for you and show you how broken down it is, because if you hear my actual demos that I put out compared to these, it's a huge difference. It's a huge jump. You can definitely tell that I really started in a very earlier process than where I'm at right now currently with my music that is out publicly. Like, this is really broken down stuff that I was really trying to just find objects here and there in my room to put together to make a melody of my own. I was trying to like literally come up with an instrumental for myself. So I'm gonna play you the song.
You see me the most. All they see is me keep running the coast. Might be what the reason my transparent speech is all about. Sadder than how a candle looks after the flame burns out. Risk it all for you. I may not be a lot to lose. Overthinking I'm a burden. like a 60s moonshine infatuation. Life can be a nightmare, but choice on me it's temptation. Only his daydream on the lonely nights I lie. You're a dream, so don't forget to wake me.
Okay guys, so this next clip, I'm progressing. I've found my backing track, so we are going to put all the vocals together, map it out on how I want it to sound, and you're gonna see everything finished through on this one. The backing track is by Marvel 83.
Been sleeping more again lately. Dreams are better than my reality. Afraid of disappearing and no one to notice. Put them together. Just get over here.
I have the stems pulled up for Don't Forget to Wake Me. This was before I mastered it and finalized the version that you hear that's already up on YouTube. So I'm just gonna break down like what each part is, starting with the green, the top stem, and that's basically the backing track, along with my vocals that have already been pre-recorded onto it. You'll hear, if I just zone everything else out, this is what you'll hear.
Been sleeping more again lately. Dreams are better than my overthinking.
Okay, so basically it is what you hear. Like, it's what I considered on this was the background vocals, because I went ahead and layered my main vocals over it. So we're just gonna go over each part, but I kind of just like want to point out this fourth stem, the purple. I'm really bad at labeling what each row is. I don't know if that even affects anything or if it's just a label. I'm gonna get better at it, but I have like this OCD thing where, because I am doing this all on my phone, if I continue to make more stems to where I have to start scrolling up and down, I literally get so unorganized, and I have to like start moving everything up and deleting everything. I have to see if there's any space that I can put each stem. If there's not, then I make a row for it. It's really complicated to explain, but basically, like, if I have like too many rows and there's like a space above it, I hope that somebody understands where I'm going with this. Like, I could have totally moved that purple one up one, but it doesn't really matter because like there's already a purple one right here and I can't move it up because there's blue. I don't know why this was giving me some OCD. So I'm just gonna like clear out each part. So it looks like number 4 was obviously a synthwave drum that I was using. These are all samples, by the way. Aside from my vocals, there's no other thing I believe that I use organically. I think that everything, there's a backing track and then I use samples to kind of go along with it, but I really needed this kick drum at the beginning because I just felt like it was missing something. That was not in the original backing track. I added that. And then right here,
Dreams are better than my reality. Afraid of disappearing and no one to notice.
yeah, obviously my voice sounds different because I went up one on the transpose and I made my voice just sound more high pitched because this first verse, it was probably the most challenging part of my whole song because I just felt like the lyrics really doesn't flow with the backing track. So I was trying my best to make it go. So like what you hear is,
Been sleeping more again lately. Dreams are better than my reality.
So you barely can hear it. Let's move on to the second stem, the red one.
Been sleeping more again lately.
So that's like my main vocal.
Dreams are better than my reality. Afraid of disappearing and no one to notice.
Yeah, so you can see like right here, I did chop it up and I went back and I added something because I just wasn't satisfied with how I kept singing that part. It just was really complicated for me. So I lowered it. I think that I even lowered it. Let me just check. No, I didn't. I lowered it with my own vocals. Okay, so moving on to stem 5 in the gold.
Been sleeping more again lately. Dreams are better than my reality. Afraid of disappearing and no one to notice. Them to care that I'm gone. Risk it all for you.
Okay, so I know for sure I did not mess with that. I made my voice just a little bit more high pitch. And then this third one I think is vocals. Let's check.
Been sleeping more again lately. Risk it all for you. I may not be a lot to lose. Overthinking I'm a
That was crazy. I just want to listen to what. Okay, so now I know. Now I remember what I was doing right there. I just felt like it needed a drum. Before it was there, it was just a continuum, and I just wanted it to sound on beat and rhythmy. So there was a gap in between where I was singing, so I just added that. So my vocals, they sound pretty decent.
Been sleeping more again lately.
This was like kind of like one of the first songs that I really layered my vocal, and I almost put like a whole choir where I'm like doing an alto, doing the soprano, doing background vocals. This was the first time I ever am experimenting doing something like that, but I'm really satisfied with how it all turned out. I'm trying to see if there's something else that I wanted to point out that I did add. I know in the original, let me see what this is. This was probably my most fun thing to do, was adding this. Let's see. Oh God. Okay. That was okay. I can't even like. Okay, yeah, so that sounds really bad whenever I just play it on its own. So that was a drum that I added. Wow. Sorry, one more time.
It's time to get up. So get your fucking ass up.
So that was fun. I love this song so much. I'm gonna go to the bridge. I know there might have been more additions to whenever I actually did the first stem, because as you can tell, it's pretty thick, but that's from all of the layering that I've done on that one alone. And I really think that this one is kind of the best example. because I put my main vocals on top of it, and I just added some drum kicks. I added more things to it that I feel like was necessary, and this one is the most memorable for me. I don't really remember a lot of what I did with this one because I started recording this back in April, and then I picked back up on it a couple weeks ago whenever I wanted to go ahead and finalize everything. This was fun to break down to you. So button down here is whenever you want to bring up any samples on BandLab. So in the Twilight rendition of Don't Forget to Wake Me, there was a part right between the bridge that I did pause, and I kind of added an extra stem of rhythm to it. I really need to work on my terminology for what I'm saying. It's like I know what I'm doing, I just need to explain it better. I don't think I'm at the point where I'm able to teach this to someone else. I think that I can only explain the best that I can. But yeah, so whatever you need is pretty much in these sample packs. That if I just need a drum kick, it'll create another stem section, and then you just do whatever you want with it. So I hope that explains some things that I did. And then if you want to master it, there's just a little mastering section over here. But if you pay for it, then you have more options to do whatever you want. But this app is free, and this is what I've been using to work on all of my music, and it's been so helpful. It doesn't obviously sound professional quality because obviously I'm not getting it produced professionally by an actual producer. It's just me and my silly old app. But I'm having fun doing it, and I hope that this can teach someone how to do it if they want to get started with their music as well. So for this one, I pretty much done track on top in green, and I just kind of wanted to go over a couple parts and add, because I just was so uncomfortable with this first verse that I just felt like it needed something. So you can barely hear the red. I'll try to play it for you. Okay. So it's basically just my voice in the red. And then for the blue, it's this. This is what you hear. So I put that there because, like I said, I felt like the first verse was missing something, because the way that my rhythm was flowing with the lyrics, it just was not going well with the backing track. So I felt like I had to go back and add something to kind of give it some volume. The blue keyboard that you hear, that's a courtesy of BandLab samples that I found, and I cut it up and chopped it into the places that I wanted it to go. So this is how it sounds. So that's why you don't really hear it throughout the rest of the song, because that's literally the only place that I put it. But I think it worked out pretty well. Thank you if you've made it to the end of this video. I know that was a journey, because you literally see me start from scratch and work my way up to actually making a song. But I'm telling you, all the greats probably have done it before. I'm really grateful that I did document this journey, so you can see from where I just started and how difficult it was to try to find my path, and to kind of just set an example as you gotta start somewhere. It's not gonna happen overnight. You're not gonna write a song and then boom, you have a full production of a song, and it's not even finished. This is just a demo. So this is still just the start of things, and I can't wait to see where it goes from here. But I am grateful that I am at this position to where I do feel like the lyrics that I've wrote have a life of its own. I'm grateful that I'm able to put that out into the world, and I can't wait to do that with my other songs that I've written. I'm really glad if you were able to stay on this journey with me. I really hope that you're enjoying what you're seeing so far. I really hope that you're enjoying my music. I'm hoping that you stick along. I have a lot more to come. They're gonna be just as crazy, just different, and I'm just like really feeling like I'm aligned with who I'm meant to be finally in life, because I'm able to finally put this music out for everyone to hear that I've been sitting on for like 3 years of my life now. And so it just means so much to me that I'm able to find out through BandLab. I'm really grateful for BandLab. I'm grateful for Spire. I'm grateful that I have backing tracks that I can find on YouTube to help me align my songs with that I've written. I know that there's more to come, more to showcase my skills. I'm not a producer, but it really feels like I'm starting to get in a position to where I have to be my own producer. I also edit all my videos. I also edit the song. I mix and master it myself. I write the lyrics. I find the backing track that aligns well with my lyrics. Like, I feel like I'm doing it all, and I'm marketing all of this. It's not easy because, you know, I still have like a life on the side as well, and so it's a lot to do, but I'm loving it. It doesn't even feel like I'm working because I'm loving what I'm doing so much that this just feels so natural. Thank you so much if you stuck to the end. I really appreciate you watching. At this point, I'm going to show you my original demo that I did come up for Don't Forget to Wake Me. So if you want to listen to that, if you want to compare it to the one that I put out, that's totally fine because I compare it. I listen to both. Sometimes I'm like, oh my god, the original demo that I made actually sounds good. But then I'm like listening through and I'm like, you know what, I think I like the one that I just made better. So it kind of is up and down. I still think the original one is brilliant. Unfortunately, it just didn't work out with the person who made the backing track, and so that's okay. God had something better for me planned. It hurt at the time. I just thought, oh, I'm not gonna come up with a better backing track than that. Like, that was the greatest backing track of my life. And I literally was just praying out loud, like, well, if it's not this, better be something like much better. And that's exactly what happened. I really do feel like God was like, no, I have something better for you. And it's probably going to be that way in the future whenever I actually do professionally produce this song and have it mixed and mastered. So you never know. So I really want to just showcase a tiny bit of my original version that I made of Don't Forget to Wake Me, because I explained that it was a completely different demo than what it is now. I'm so proud of the fact that I did create this song, not the backing track obviously, but it's still so good. I personally don't think it's as good as the demo that I put out, but I do want to showcase like my skills that I did work on. So that's pretty much the example that I'm going to try to use for the video. So here goes. This video. I hope that it taught you something. It was definitely for educational purposes, to show you from where I started to where I ended up at, and then how I progressed just in this one demo song, showcasing my skills as a producer that I wasn't planning on being, but you know, sometimes you just gotta be your own boss, and that's exactly what is happening to me right now, given the fact that I don't have a real producer by my side. I'm having to become my producer, like my own producer. Like, it's insane, because I was not at all planning to do this for myself, but unfortunately this is just the case. But I think that it's working out pretty good for me. Who knows in the future? I'm sorry this is so long. I appreciate you watching. I really do. If you can just interact with my posts, because the algorithm does suck. And this is the worst part that I hate about marketing my own things, is the fact that social media is controlled by what is boosted on the algorithm. So it really just all determines on who is interacting with my post and who sees it, who likes it, who watches it, who shares it, who reposts it, who comments, anything. If you guys subscribe to me, that just helps so much, because it's really difficult for me as a small artist to get my stuff out there. I'm telling you, all the power is in your hands, and as long as you interact, that would be like amazing. Okay, I do have more to come. Just stick around, and hopefully I can get everything out soon. You can hear what's next. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you soon.